how is Dean's bond with Mara going to continue to manifest? And is he sort of like concerned that maybe she's kind of like his Ruby and she'll lead him astray?
Hey, take it easy. She's here. She's actually here right now with the kids.
Yeah, we will see kind of that relationship a little bit more and see kind of what exactly that relationship is. And I don't know. I don't think that he knows what to make of it. I don't think it's really clear to him. I'm not sure that he understands the connection and why that, obviously there's a Mark issue that's probably the connection, and also that he was like I said, the lock and the key type of thing of releasing her. Yes, the lock. And so there's obviously that connection, but what it all means and how it's all going to tie into his destiny and his future and what that means for the brothers, he's very nervous about. Obviously, it's something that he's going to be hiding, those nerves, but we will see it get fleshed out a little.
Dean hiding his nerves?
Yeah. What?
But how long will he hide it from Sam?
How long will he hide it from Sam?
Yeah. Like just how strong that connection.
To be determined. Don't know yet.
Is that a situation where because of their bond you can't hurt one without hurting the other?
Probably. Yeah. It's like, where the red fern grows.
I was going to say the same thing.
I know. It's, inevitably, if, and we've seen this throughout the course of the series, when one brother becomes afflicted with some sort of whatever it is, the other brother does everything that he can and in his power, and even sometimes not in his power, to remedy the situation and sacrifice whatever he can for the other brother. So, that's been kind of the flip-flopping motivation for a lot of these seasons that we've seen recently. And I think one of the great things about season 11 now is that that's not necessarily what's driving the story anymore. They're essentially not afflicted with anything. They're both, intact. Granted, they're scarred and bruised from a life, of hunting and fighting, but they're not fighting for each other anymore. They're fighting a common target, and
they're fighting alongside each other.
And they're fighting alongside each other, and it's been a while since we've seen that. So I'm really excited about that dynamic kind of back together, and that unit that's back together, as opposed to in previous seasons where Dean's had a mark and Sam's been doing things behind his back to help him. And,
Whoa! Yeah, first the Ruby thing.
I read Sam's diary. I know what's going on. And so I think having that kind of those motivations over the past several seasons, and now having that gone, and we're kind of starting back to where we did in season 1, where it's the two brothers in the car driving down the highway with a common goal and common purpose, and so I'm really excited about that.
But if Dean is hurt, is Amara hurt, and vice versa?
No, we're not doing. No, it's not like a. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a voodoo doll or anything like that. Like, oh gosh.
Talking about strange alliances, we saw in the episode that is already aired that the middle management or the peons of heaven and hell are going to take things in their own hands.
They're going to try.
Yeah. Can you talk about how long they'll be able to keep that rolling before you guys get involved or find out that they're doing it?
That's kind of a C storyline. They kind of
again, it's TBD.
But yeah, it's right as of right now, it's kind of taking a back seat as to what they're all up to. We know they're kind of cohorting and doing their thing, and obviously we saw in just the last episode, we saw an angel and demon sitting in a bar having a drink together.
Like spin off for these guys right now.
Right.
I think one of the kind of tertiary points to that is that we're realizing just how big of a bad the darkness is, So to see angels and demons, middle management start to align, I think we as an audience go like, holy shit! Like, what is going on that these people are talking and sharing drinks? Very cool.
Would you consider the darkness to actually be evil, or would you say that it's more chaotic, or I don't know, like, is it really inherently evil,
I'm
or
gonna
is it
say
just
evil.
different?
See, I don't know. And
I'm still saying evil.
Disagree.
And this isn't like coming from a Sam Dean.
This is art imitating life.
Yeah.
Sam's like, and Dean's like, whoa.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we should get to know her first. It's interesting. We know a little bit more about the background of what where the characters come from, what the character is kind of doing. So I don't know if I would say it's inherently evil, as opposed to just opposite of what we've known in the world as good, or as light, so to speak, which is why she is the darkness. But again, I don't think that means that she is out to destroy and be an evil doer. I think it means that she's out to really is to bring darkness, and whatever that means, I think is yet to be determined.
And I think one of the overarching storylines we play with in Supernatural in general is that everybody's kind of the hero of their own story, right? Even when Sam and Dean keep secrets from each other, it's not to cause harm to each other or to, piss each other off. It's I think I'm doing the right thing, and it becomes scary with somebody who's powerful and righteous like the darkness, who, she's not twisting her mustache. She doesn't have a mustache. But if she had one, she wouldn't be twisting it. She just thinks she's doing the right thing to bring darkness. So I still say she's evil, but
You know what? We'll see.
the gauntlet has been thrown.
Last question.
One of the things in Beatty that beyond just that's awesome from the point of view of the car is that we see that the ghoul pyres and other evil forces.
I forgot
No,
that.
you want to say it.
Hey, great name, but
Thank you.
they're building up their forces to also combat the darkness. So are we going to see more?
Is what? I'm sorry. Is what?
They are building up their forces to
Right.
also combat the darkness. So are we going to see more of that? More?
Yeah. So you're seeing
Cool
like
pyres at the bar with the angels.
cool pyres with
I want to be the
with the
bartender at that
werewolves
place.
sitting in the bar. Yes, and that also, I mean, this kind of goes back to those unique alliances that are kind of taking shape. Is people are kind of getting their defenses together, and they're forming these alliances and being like, listen, it's not about you and me anymore. It's about us, and we're gonna lose all of this if we don't join forces and man up. So I think that we're gonna see a little bit more of that, I think, in the future. But again, it kind of goes back to the brothers and those immediately around them, with Cass and what he's dealing with, and with Crowley and what he's dealing with, and Rowena, and it's all these different players in the game and where they're going to go to find safety or if there is any safety.
I also think it's a great way to learn about the darkness is through these other characters. I remember just as an actor growing up and learning the craft of acting, they say there are basically 3 ways to learn about your character. What your character says and does, what other characters say about your character, and what's written as stage direction. Sam.
I didn't learn anything about
drama
acting.
school. No, but those are the 3 main ways. And so one of my favorite ways that we learned about, say, Angels in season 4, to say something nice about Ruby. I'm just kidding. When she was so scared of angels, you kind of go like, well, the Winchesters have been terrified of demons for how many seasons now, and now we see a demon, and she's mortified of an angel. So what are these angels capable of? So I think one of the really neat things to see as an audience member is what these ghoul pyres and demons and angels are all thinking about the darkness. And in and around episode 9 and 10, we'll have some other cool characters that have some interesting things to say about the darkness. So it's going to be
what it is, what she is, and where she comes from,
and if
how she ties into
evil or not,
the whole thing, which is
twinsies.
it's nothing. It's